right, all right. What's up, everybody? Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's better. That's a lot better. Hey, check it out. This is a very special night. This is the official kickoff to the 2014 Vans US Open of Surfing, as well as the super secret world premiere of Gen Classic 3, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have a very special group of guests that we're going to be coming up. We're going to be filming this for a show. It's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for being a great studio audience. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming. For the free drinks, of course. So what do you say? Let's just go ahead and kick this thing right off. Let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess that makes it official. We're kicking it off. The 2014 Vans US Open of Surfing is officially on. I want to start the show tonight with two very special guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Joe Turpel and Jeff Rowley. Yes. Have a seat. Yeah. Right on. Well, thank you so much. All right, in case you guys didn't know, of course, Joe Turpel, the lead commentator on the ASP World Tour of Surfing. Jeff Rowley, you are a Vans pro. You are a big part of the Van Doren Invitational. We're going to get to you, but right now we're going to start with surfing. Let's just get right into the business of it. The forecast. How are we looking? What are we going to expect this week at the US Open?
Yeah, I talked to the guys at Surfline just before I pulled up here, and the trials looks like it'll start with waves, like 2 to 4 feet, shoulder high range. It's kind of like the beginning of the waiting period, looks like the most fun. Kind of section you over the weekend, could be a little more walled on Monday, but we'll probably see the most size like Monday, Tuesday. It'll get a little bit smaller midweek, but there'll be some fun waves to start.
There's always something to surf at Huntington Beach Pier. Let's talk about, one thing that we can be sure of. The field of surfers. We got guys coming from the WCT. We got these hungry guys coming from the QS. They kind of collide in Huntington Beach for the Vans US Open of Surfing. What are the matchups that we're going to be like that we're going to see?
Well, you remember the last few years, it always seems like CT guys end up winning this event.
Yeah.
Alejo Muniz last year, Kelly a couple of years ago, Julian Wilson. So you get the mix of the best guys in the world, but it seems like the WCT guys, the top-level guys, always want to win the US Open. So they're going to try to upset some of the guys trying to qualify because there's qualifying points on the line, but it seems like CT guys seem to kind of steal away the major points when it comes to finals time.
Right. Well, speaking of the WCT, the women, they're coming in hot to Huntington Beach Pier. This is a World Championship Tour event right in the middle of the season. What can we look for on the women's side at the Vans US Open?
Well, I think it makes it such a fun stop on their tour. I mean, they stepped up in Fiji. It was really fun to watch. And Carissa Moore is still world #1. She won the thing last year over Courtney Conlog, the hometown favorite. So you look at the list of C-tiers. You've got Carissa Moore, who's won there in the past. You've got Lakey Peterson, who's here. She's won there in the past. Sally, Courtney, Malia. There's so many past champions on the women's side. But the major focus is going to be on Chris and Sally with the world title race on the line.
That's a head-to-head battle. We also have pro junior men's and women's as well, right?
That's right, yeah. Pro juniors, Dylan Lightfoot, the Grom who got the call up at J-Bay, he's flying out for the pro junior. And you look back on history of the pro junior, it's like Connor Coffin had a breakthrough win there. You saw John compete as a pro junior, Jordy back in the day. So it's kind of like you get to preview all the new guys at the Pro Junior here in Huntington.
Right on, hell yeah. I look forward to working with you in
You
the
too,
booth,
Chris.
brother. It's going to be a fun week.
It's going to be a blast.
Let's get to skate. Jeff Rowley, last year I spent as much time as I possibly could at the bowl. It was so fun to watch. Give us the scoop. The Van Doren Invitational is back. This is a really special skate event, right?
It's the only skate event like this in the world, and like the contest pretty much showcases a side of skateboarding that, there's a lot of kids getting into this really raw, big skate park style bowl skating. And this is the only contest that kind of nurtures and promotes that, which is insane, because right now that's the rawest kind of skateboarding out there. No pads, 10 foot deep, everything's the flat bottom, everything hurts. So it's amazing that Vans is able to actually support that,
No, things get raw in that bowl.
That's actually the best word for it, raw.
That's the word, raw skate. I mean, it used to be in the past you'd have like your street dogs, your vert dogs. Now we're seeing this all-terrain pro kind of coming into play. Who are some of the names that you're looking forward to watching skate in this bowl?
Well, I wish John Cardiel was skating this bowl. I wish Wade Spire was skating this bowl. Those guys, all the guys that were influenced by that generation of skaters, the younger guys that are like that, Curran Caples, Grayson Fletcher, Rainey, those guys are all really just heavy. So I would say those guys, and there's a load of new guys too. Every year we have new faces that we haven't seen from the year before. And I think we're going to see the same thing again.
Hell yeah, can't wait for that.
Left field.
BMX is coming back too. I mean, the guys on the BMX bikes, a different approach, obviously, than the skateboarders, but super fun to watch. These dudes are flying.
I'm not a BMXer, really, but some of those guys, again, like, that's brutality. That piece of metal hits you, you're in trouble. So anytime you can get to see them flying and cruising around is always fun.
Hell yeah, cannot wait. Tell me, the last question would be, the little small variations on the bowl this year. What can we expect to see in the, we talk about rawness, we talk about speed, but what kind of add-ons do you think we'll see this year at the Van Doren Invitational?
Well, I think the course is actually designed in a way so you can actually keep more speed. So
more speed, that's all those guys need.
That's exactly what they need, yeah. It's not what the crowd needs, because they're going to get the board in their head or something, but that's pretty much the course that I saw. We're going to see a lot faster skating, we're going to see some longer runs, and we're going to see guys not being able to do back-to-back tricks as much, which is kind of cheating a little bit when you're in a bowl, So you're forced to kind of ride the thing organically, and that opens it up for anybody to take it.
I'm nervous. I'm already nervous just thinking about it. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Joe, Jeff. Hey, check it out. The Van Doren Invitational is going to be on Friday and Saturday, the 1st and the 2nd of August. Joe and I will be on the live webcast on your computer in your living room all week, starting very soon, in a couple days here. So looking forward to working with you. I'm going to watch you in the bowl, and all you
really
guys.
Gonna be skating the
I
bowl.
cannot wait. Oh yeah, well thank you guys for being on the show. We got Lakey Peterson coming up to the stage next. Give it up for Joe and Jeff. Boom.
Thank you.
Obviously, she rips. Number 7 in the world, coming to the stage right now, ladies and gentlemen, Lakey Peterson. Yes!
Hello.
All right. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. This is huge. I mean, we're getting on a huge week. We've officially kicked it off. So now you're in contest mode. You ladies had a little bit of a break on the WCT. You're putting the jersey back on. What are you looking forward to for the Vans US Open of Surfing?
Oh man, the US Open is just always so much fun. Obviously it's good for me, I'm from California, so it's nice to be in California. We've been on the road a lot this year, so yeah, it's been good. I think Fiji was so much fun, but I think everyone was a bit tired because we had so many contests loaded in the front half of our year. So it's been good to have a little break, and I think everyone seems to be really excited and fired up for this event and the upcoming events after. So.
Well, I mean, this event in particular, you won in 2012. You know that feeling of getting carted up the beach in front of, tens of thousands of people. Tell me what it's like to surf in front of the US Open crowd. There must be nothing like it in the world.
Gosh, yeah, it's pretty wild. It's definitely, yeah, it's a thrill. It's really interesting looking back on all the people when you're in the water, because you have all this space around you, and then there's all these people on the pier, and during the finals or whatever, it's just loaded, you know, with so many people. And yeah, it's really exciting, and I think it's just good as surfers and athletes. It just makes you want to perform better and as well as you can. So for us, it's really, really fun, and yeah, it's a feeling that you never forget. So.
You're surfing in a giant fishbowl. There's people yelling at you from the pier. The crowd's going wild. So what's it take? I mean, Huntington Beach, obviously it's a tricky wave sometimes to surf. Yeah. You got to get over the fact that there are, you know, 25, 30,000 people on the beach watching you. What's it take to win the US Open?
Oh boy, I think it takes just being, I don't know, really on it with that wave. It can be really tricky. It changes a lot with the tide, whether it's high or low tide, and when it's small, it's really tricky as well, and we might get some small conditions. So it's always fun. There's always something to ride, but I think you have to kind of keep your excitement level really high, and you have to see the positive in like any time that you're surfing, because a lot of times I think it gets windy or whatever and people can kind of get over it, but if you can be the one that's still excited about it.
Yeah, keep your mind game up.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing with the US Open, and just enjoy it, you know? I think people get really focused on just wanting to just win or whatever, but enjoy the opportunity.
And embrace the experience. That's the whole other side of being a competitor at the US Open. Being a world famous professional surfer, you got to get that autograph hand ready. What's the other side of the event like? Meeting the fans, being amongst the action down there.
Yeah, that part's cool because, I mean, every event we have is obviously loaded with fans, and that's really fun, but the US Open is just on a whole nother level of that. And I think because it's in the US and especially California, there's so many people from the industry there, and you're doing signings and promos way more than other events you go to. So it's cool to be able to interact with the fans on that more personal level. And for me, like I said, being from here, I get to, I don't know, I think I have a larger fan base, I guess, in California. So it's fun for me to meet those people and yeah, get to see them and have fun.
I'm going to be the guy with the sign on my shirt off and the red Lakey across my chest. It's going to be awesome.
I love it.
I'm super excited to watch you surf. And you guys at home, you can watch Lakey and the rest of the girls from the WCT competing all week. Huntington Beach, south side of the pier. Are you ready? You fired up?
I'm excited. It's going to be really fun.
It's coming at you live at Vans, USOpenofsurfing.com. Lakey Peterson's going to be competing, Carissa Moore, Sally Fitz. The whole crew's going to be down there. I'm really looking forward to it. Ladies surfing, I mean, it's just every year it gets better and better. So good luck and congratulations already on a great year. Sitting 7th in the world. 7th in the world. That's huge.
Thank you. No,
all right.
thanks.
Lakey Peterson, good luck. You're going to need a lot of rest. It's going to be a long week. Huntington Beach is waiting for you. Good luck down there. We'll see you on the beach. Lakey
Thanks
Peterson,
so much.
ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage, one of my favorite surfers ever, Mr. Joel Tudor.
I can't see what I'm supposed to do, says the boy inside of you.
Well, he is a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. He is an 8-time U.S. Open of Surfing champion. He is the mastermind of the Duct Tape Invitational. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Tudor. Yes, brother. Obviously, come close, come close. So, Joel, all right, we're just going to get right into this. Congratulations, you've won the U.S. Open 8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So, I mean, it's huge. It's a huge stage, and you know, basically, tell me what the U.S. Open in the past has meant to you in your career.
Well, I think for the longboard community, for me in general, there was always events. Huntington, kind of since the beginning of surf competitions, has had a place from the U.S. Championships in the 60s all the way through the different events to the OP Pro. And I got to catch the tail end of the OP Pro as a kid, competed in a couple times when they brought it back. And then when the U.S. Open started up in '94, it was 94, right? I think, 20 years ago. It kind of created the stage that OP had left off, you know what I mean? Which was kind of the epicenter for an event for California surfing. And it's kind of the ultimate stage if you're a Californian to kind of prove your talent and worth gaining legitimacy within being a professional, you know, and you know, from Kern and Aki to all the different things. I mean, being able to win there is kind of a good little pat on your back if you're going to choose surfing as your lifestyle.
Oh yeah, well let's talk the Joel Tudor Duct Tape Invitational. The Duct Tape Invitational, this is your brainchild. It's basically been an invitational world tour. You've had events all around the globe. The last 2 years, you brought it to the U.S. Open. You're back this year. Give me the scoop. If I've never heard of it, tell me what the Duct Tape Invitational is.
Well, I think a lot of it too, we you know, we're on limited budgets, so we kind of go where the permits become available, you know what I mean, and where people reach out. And when Vans took the event for the U.S. Open, it was kind of a perfect opportunity for us, at least for the 16 kids that we put in the event, to have a way to kind of, it's hard to explain, but when in California, you're kind of juggling the chance of getting no waves, you know what I mean? And sometimes shortboarding and no waves isn't exactly the most exciting thing to watch. So it's nice to be able to put us in that environment because they kind of play off of each other, where the crowd can kind of appreciate the two. And it was kind of the perfect place to do that. I don't think you could put longboarders at Pipeline and have it hold weight with shortboarders, you know what I mean? As where when you put longboarding in Huntington Beach and it's 2 foot, there's a good chance we might win the coin flip, you know?
Yeah.
So that's sort of the fun part for them. They get an opportunity to kind of like be in the same environment without taking from the other sport and kind of making them look good by being there.
Well, I mean, it's always fun to watch. It's really pleasing on the eye. Give me basically A, how it's judged, and B, what are the qualifications? What kind of board do you have to have? Like, how does that whole thing work?
The biggest thing with the rules is trying to find an identity for longboarding. The worst thing is trying to emulate shortboarding on 9-foot equipment.
Doing airs on
Yeah, it doesn't fit. And when you eliminate the training wheels and the leash and all the other stuff, it kind of presents a really clean view of what that style of surfing is.
No leash?
No leash.
9 foot
Boards have
plus?
to be a certain weight, no edge in the tail. I'm not trying to make it hard.
There's a lot more
I'm
rules
just trying
there.
to make it where you have to be smooth, you know what I mean? And it eliminates the wank factor. I dealt with enough of that for a long time. This is sort of a way of getting rid of it and making it look beautiful in the bigger picture.
Well, I mean, it's basically all about style. You know, when you think of longboarding, I think of nose riding Malibu, but then you kind of remember David Nueva back in the day, Huntington Beach Pier. I mean, this is a good wave for longboarding.
Yeah, I mean, you know, David, his birthday was yesterday. Happy 66th birthday, since we're talking about him.
There you go.
So happy 66. You know, and I always kind of felt that the kooky statue in Huntington should be David, you know what I mean? Because he kind of embodies, you know, Huntington surfing and the helmet and the whole deal. But I don't know, it's nice. I'm hoping I can get him in the commentary booth this weekend. I'm going to do my best to try and pull some strings to get him there. And, you know, it's a great opportunity. It's nice that Vans creates this platform. I know a lot of people do it on their time for free. You know, there's no extra payback for this. It's more giving back to surfing, because at the end of the day, the next generation is the one you want to kind of put your weight in. They're going to be here when you're gone. And it's really important to be selfless and to give back, especially if you've gained an entire life from the sport. You know what I mean? At some point, you have to stop competing and provide.
Yeah, well, thank you for bringing it down, because it's always super fun to watch. It's just a really good feeling event. And talk about good feeling. I've been hearing about some of your sessions, some of your waves from the movie that we're about to see, Getting Classic 3. Give me some secrets. Tell me about filming this movie, Pipeline, Peru. You went all over for it.
Yeah, the coolest part was I got to travel with Nathan in the last year a lot. And you know, he and I have been friends since we were about 12 years old. So it was kind of nice to travel a bit. We spent time in Hawaii and different stuff, but hadn't traveled in probably since about 1998. So it was cool to get on some trips with him. And it's nice because Vans kind of take small crews when they go places, you know what I mean? And less impact on the environment, and kind of an easier way to blend in with the crowd, you know? When you have drones and all kinds of crap, you tend to get in trouble, you know?
Oh yeah, well Joel, I can't wait to come down, hang out at the Duct Tape Invitation. I'm gonna watch you in Getting Classic 3 in about 15 minutes here, so super psyched there. Joel Tudor, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, we have not one, not two, but three Gudauskas brothers. They're coming. Well, like I said, there are 3 classic individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up, the Gadauskas brothers. All 3 of them are here. Yes! Yeah, come on. I don't know how you guys are gonna fit, but just make it work. Make it work. Nice shirt. Give it up for Tanner's shirt. That's awesome. Oh, you guys look cozy. This is like how you guys watch TV at home. I like it.
We had to share a room that was this size.
Oh, hell yeah.
Little people, you know?
Always classic times with the G Bros. So I'm gonna start with some serious competitive talk. Some serious competitive talk here. So Pat, Tanner, you guys are grinding it out. QS, points. I know it means a lot, you know, to you guys. Tell me about the starts of your year, and then we'll start talking about tubes. Let's talk about contests first. Let's talk about the QS. How's it going?
Well, we had a heat together in Cabo, and Tanner beat me, so I'm kind of 1 under right now. So yes, so that's it.
Yes, that's right.
The whole year. And, no, it's been fun. I don't know. We're psyched. We're surfing a bunch, and I don't know. U.S. Open's kind of a fun time of year to get in the happy place and surf in front of 100,000 people. That's where I'm at.
I'll let you guys worry about the contest when it happens. That's in 2 days. We'll worry about that when it comes up. Let's talk about getting classic. This is something that I know you guys enjoy to do. I know you enjoy getting classic. Let's talk about the filming of this movie. Starting with you, Pat.
Yeah.
You guys went all over the world. Tell me your highlight. I know you guys haven't seen any of it. Tell me your highlight in the making of this movie.
Well, for me, for sure, the highlight was going to the Caribbean with Dylan and my brother Tanner.
But you didn't invite Dane?
We didn't. We actually kicked Dane off because the couch was too short, so we couldn't fit everyone on there. But no, it was sick. We went down there. It was fun waves, and you know, it was just the trip of a lifetime, really. I mean, I was just kind of tripping out the whole time.
Dane.
Yeah, it really was, Dane. Sorry. So you'll never get to do that ever. But it was cool. You know, it was.
Shutting me off like that. You're me down.
Well, I missed out on P-Pass in the last movie, so I'm completely bitter.
You know,
Me and
about
Dylan,
them.
so we're actually a double bitter crew. So, but no, we're sorry.
They're grinding around in jerseys, and you're the one getting more too.
Yeah,
than
you can't
either of
say
them
anything. What are you
combined.
talking about?
Tell me, you actually put in a lot of time in the making of this movie, Dane. Tell me about some of the trips that you got to go on, and what are we about to see tonight and on our computer screens all over the world?
Well, I don't know, but it's pretty classic because I don't know, our whole life, all we care about is just having fun, whatever, doing whatever, you know, getting as weird as it sounds, that theme song that we made in the first one, driving down the road, getting fun.
Wait, what? Sing it again?
I don't know. I mumble it, but we feel it, man. You know what? I love it. I love all these guys that we cruise with and surf with or whatever, and it's sick. And I don't know. My favorite trip from this movie. Well, I was actually out. I cut my thumb off like a dummy with a knife for 3 months, so I had to get surgery, and then I broke my ankle, and I was out for 2 months. So. Whatever. But my favorite trip was I went with Nathan and Russo and Reagan to Belhara, that wave in France, and I couldn't fucking scrape the shit out of my diaper fast enough because I was so scared. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna surf some big waves. That's cool. And yeah, I don't know. And then the night before we surfed it, this guy was like, yeah, it's gonna be 100 feet, and we're not gonna come get you. And we're like, I think we're eating McDonald's or something. And
so these guys
Nate let me borrow his board. I was trying his 10-something. What was it? 10-6 or something? I don't know.
So these guys are going and getting little barrels in the Caribbean. You're going to 100-foot waves.
Well, I had never worn one of those inflatable suits. Nate let me borrow his, and it was a spring suit, and I was wearing a paddle vest, short john, a 4-3 full suit, and a spring suit over that. And I couldn't have fucking felt more like a kook if you paid me, but I had so much fun. I appreciated that moment so much. And to me, that was the most special experience of my whole life. Maybe it was so cool. So that'll be in the movie. You'll see that.
Tanner, I can't see Tanner behind your hair.
Hey,
hi, what's up,
That trip was sick. I remember because Pat and I, we drove Nate and Dane to the airport, and so Dane, we had been side coaching Dane because Nate's like, all right, it's on, you're going to Belhara, and we're like, Dane, what the fuck, you're going to Belhara? You don't even know what you're doing. So we're in the car, and I remember Nate going let's listen to Diary of a Madman, gets me psyched. So we have Diary of the Madman going mega full blast volume, and we're all psyching in the car, and Pat and I aren't even going on the trip. We're just like, yeah, it's on, boys, you can do it. And then we dropped them off, and Pat, we're on like a big hangover. We're like, oh, like we just turned it all down, and we drove back in silence.
Bye.
Whoa.
Yeah, we didn't even talk for like 2 days. We're like, fuck.
Heavy. Well, tell me about, I know all three of you guys have a lot of serious work to do down at the US Open. We're going to be in the commentary booth. You're going to be watching skating. What's a week at the Vans US Open like for you, Tanner?
A lot of selfies. It's on.
Selfies all day.
On.
What are you going to write on your
Pure
shot?
selfies.
Dude, I need spray paint. I need to get it on my body.
We're going to get wild in the booth. You guys, I'm going to be taking notes, and we're going to give the award to best commentary slang for the Gudauskas brothers. So
Nice.
work on those
Best
tonight.
made-up word.
Yeah, we're going to start Monday. We're going to get you guys in the booth as much as possible.
A lot of mumbling.
So let's talk about down days real quick. You know, you guys are so busy. You're filming for Getting Classic 3. You're surfing contest. You're working at the US Open. You're also filming down days. You guys have like a weird lunar tan. Where'd you just get back from now?
We just came in from Iceland a couple days ago.
From what? Iceland?
Iceland, yeah. We went Viking quest. Dane was trying to find his roots over there. So.
They're like, yeah, welcome back, brother. I'm like, I've never been here, but that's cool.
It was sick. The sun, because we were in the summer, the sun didn't set the whole trip, so we were doing power naps. So it's like, all right, we're feeling a little weird, like, and we're down, and then like reboot.
It's like, you know, you have like an evening beer. You're like, okay, cool. It's like been sundown, like sunset for like 4 hours.
Yeah,
You're
the
like,
sunset beers
can we
is
stop
gonna last
this?
for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Well, always good times with three of my favorite Gudauskas. Well, you know, all of the Gudauskas are my favorite. I'm not going to pick one. We'll see you guys in the booth. You guys can watch them at home at vansusopenofsurfing.com. I'm looking very forward to surfing, talking, partying, all kinds of fun in Huntington Beach. Yes. The Gudauskas brothers, ladies and gentlemen, stars of Getting Classic 3. Hold on. Hold on. Guess who's coming? Guess who's going to be replacing you guys?
Who?
Nathan Fletcher and Dane Reynolds.
That's
going to be awesome. Thank you, guys. I don't even know where to begin. Two of my favorite surfers are coming up to the stage, and this is going to be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Fletcher, Dane Reynolds. Yes. All right. Well, hey, we're getting down to it. We're going to be rolling the super secret world premiere of Getting Classic 3. Everybody's been telling me you got to see some of these waves that Nathan gets in this movie. You've been working your ass off making this thing. What's the road been like on Getting Classic 3?
It's been great. Bunch of cool people. The Gudaskis, obviously, Scott, Nolan, they helped us out, put us everywhere. Dane, we just went on a trip. But I'd say the best part is just getting there and getting home.
The journey.
Yes.
The journey, getting there and then getting home.
Yes.
Well, a lot has happened for you since you started filming this. Congratulations. You're a father now. Hell yeah. I got to say, Laser.
There he is, right over there.
Laser is probably the coolest name for a kid ever. So
Cool,
good
thank
choice there. So let's start
The
at.
nurses didn't think so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That was a fight for the name?
No, but it was definitely some weird looks.
It's an awesome name.
Yes, in the
I'm
hospital.
feeling it. Laser Fletcher. It's sick. I got a couple notes here. Tell me about the birthday tube in Peru. I've heard a lot about this too. I'm excited to see it, but you tell me about it. What happened?
What happened? Well, what happened? I was on a Peruvian just diet of bread and ceviche, so I was just swollen, and just somehow I got this wave. Luckily, because the locals are just fierce. They're like, what is that? Just real aggressive Latin. You know what I mean? Just ugh. So got that, and so somehow everything, it worked out great.
Oh yeah,
Got a
well,
lucky wave.
that's one side of it. A really sick barrel on your birthday, and then we have the other side that we've seen over and over. I hope you don't mind reliving it. Chile, the wave, the wipeout that almost.
That was 4th of July.
Okay, yeah. Happy birthday, America. I'm gonna almost die in Chile. Tell me about that situation because the footage is so gnarly, but I want to hear it from you.
It was brutal. It was everything, my whole life wrapped up into one little second, or maybe it was like 3 or 4 or 30 seconds or something like that. But yep, saw everything, saw my life, saw the light, saw all of it, the rocks, the white water.
Wow.
And then I saw the beach, and then I saw Russo and Cole and those guys. But I was so stoked.
A life-changing experience.
No, I wouldn't do anything different because of it, but definitely a good memory.
And good footage.
A real solid memory.
And thank God you're here. That was insane. I just want to ask you real quick. I know last year I saw you spending a lot of time at the bowl, the Van Doren Invitational. I know you obviously love to skateboard. You also like watching skateboarding. Grayson Fletcher.
Gotta go watch Grayson, dude. Cheer him on.
Hell yeah. So you watched him last year. What are
guy.
his chances this year?
Don't know. Haven't looked at the stats, but
The stats. I have the stats right here. His chances are good.
well, I think he's going to do pretty good.
I mean,
He's really been building his confidence on that Dew Tour trip, and so I think he's just going to come in psyched.
it's going to be awesome. Well, I'm going to see you at the bowl for sure. The U.S. Open, I know for you, it's a big party. It's a big thing on the beach. You're going to be hanging out with us all week, though? We're going to get you in the booth, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to be on Skype.
Okay, we're going to Skype. Nathan's going to Skype in from the booth. I have, look, I'm wearing Dane Reynolds' shoes. I'm like a fan. Is that weird?
Yeah, fucking hell.
They're comfortable. Thank you for those. So, Dane, I know for this movie, you were excited to travel. You never traveled with Nathan Fletcher before until now, right?
No, I had not, no.
Yeah? I mean, not on this couch. I'm talking about a trip for the movie. Where did you guys go together?
We went down to Mexico, what was that, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Last minute.
Yeah, due to like unfortunate circumstances, I hadn't really done a trip for it with injuries and whatever, and threw together a trip with him and Wade Goodall, and we just went and did whatever. What do we do? We
Went and shredded.
We hung loose.
Yeah, hung loose. Enjoyed each other's company.
What's different about filming, for Getting Classic 3 than just filming at your home break? Are you kind of trying to do a little something different, or you just surfing, having fun, and putting it all out there?
Man, I was just trying to do my best.
Just do it. Give it your all. Dane Reynolds is giving it his all for Getting Classic 3. U.S. Open. I know you've actually really embraced the U.S. Open. You and your lady friend, you guys have made some really cool videos that I've seen on the past couple years. Tell me about the U.S. Open experience through your eyes. You get mobbed by fans, but at the same time, looks like you're having fun down there.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's definitely a shit show, and it's pretty funny. But it's fun, for sure, you know? It's like funny when you come home from that week. It's like you sit on your couch and you're just like, wait, this is like life? Like, 'cause you're so used to so much stimulation, you know? There's so much stimulation that whole week, and it's fun though.
Do you have any like really fan moment besides me fanning out on you with your shoes and everything? Do you have like a fan moment at the U.S. Open that stands out in your mind as being memorable or just super weird, awkward?
Man,
every 20 feet.
Not specifically, no. I think that like younger kids have probably way weirder stuff happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like domesticated, so.
Domesticated U.S. Open. So we are here. This is the super secret world premiere of Getting Classic 3. For both of you guys, I know you've been to a million movie premieres, but do you get that same grommet feeling, like excitement? Because you guys have never seen this movie, right?
Yeah, but you're in front instead of being in back, right?
Right, exactly.
Like when you're a kid, you're all
We're going to
stoked.
switch around and watch it, yeah. Well, Getting Classic 3, Nathan Fletcher, Dane Reynolds, starring in this film with all of our other special guests. For all of you at home, you don't get to watch the movie tonight. I'm sorry, but there is a premiere coming to a town near you. Go to offthewall.tv/gettingclassic. We're going to watch it here. You guys watch a teaser at home, and hey, have a party. We're having a party here, so enjoy yourself. We'll see you guys on the beach at the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing. We're out.
Yeah, man.